Hello students, hi Organic, Odeska and Nikhil. A very warm welcome to JEE English by Unacademy, India's leading and largest JEE test preparation platform. And students, today we are going to get started. Hi Jay, hi everyone. So yes students, today we are going to get started with a very interesting part of current electricity. This is going to be a January JEE Mains 2020 PYQs. So this is my advice throughout the session. Do notice how we are solving the problem. We are of course moving by logic, so you need to understand that logic, it's one of the key part of your like when it comes to exam, this is one of the most important parts. We are discussing this session along with all those 2 minutes methods to solve the questions. In fact, we'll see that the first question could have been answered if we use a simple logic around it, and pretty much there is a very easy way of solving your pretty much JEE Mains and even JEE Advanced questions if you make use of concepts based logic. And students, a very warm welcome to this PYQ session. We are going to get into this amazing session right now, and an advanced happy new year to everyone. And yes, good evening Organic Edusika, good evening Nikhil, good evening Jay, good evening everyone. And students, that being said, I'm Muralidharan Gopalakrishnan. I completed my MS in electrical engineering from one of the top ranking American university, and I'm also an IIT who completed BTech from IIT Guwahati. So don't worry guys, you're going to get into this topic with an electrical engineer, so you don't have to worry about anything, and you need to understand the logic. That's all you need to do. And I have 4+ years of experience preparing students for IIT JEE and other competitive exams, and I have filed 25 patent applications on state-of-the-art technology in India, US and abroad. And guys, yes, these patents are also something related to electrical engineering, so stay tuned. It's going to be a very easy topic, so don't worry about it at all. And that being said, students, if you are looking for a complete package for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation, it's going to be an Unacademy subscription. And why do we say that? It is going to be the best thing that you can have, because we have the best educators across the nation on this platform delivering daily live interactive classes. And not only that, these lectures are given on a very interactive and attractive platform with polls and leaderboards. That way your learning and your examination preparation becomes very interesting. And in fact, we have a lot of test series on an Unacademy subscription platform set by the best educators, which is in fact one of the priority list of aspirants. I guess 2021 aspirants are also focused on test series, 2022 aspirants. And along with this, you'll get analysis using which you can improve upon your mistakes, you can improve your overall performance, you'll get a national level position, and you can see what you need to do to further climb this ladder. And of course guys, every program on an Unacademy subscription platform is going to be a structured program. And the best thing about Unacademy subscription programs are they come with live doubt clearing sessions. So you don't only get daily live interactive classes, but also live doubt clearing sessions with these best educators, students. Yes, of course, every 4th session is in fact going to be live doubt clearing session, and in fact every program comes with quizzes and mega quizzes. And we have authors like DC Pandey, DC Gupta sir on this platform, and many more IITians, NITians, some of the best educators across the nation on this Unacademy subscription platform. And how do you get this Unacademy subscription? Either you can do it from the web-based version or an app. If you don't have an app, do download it, because there are many benefits of keeping it handy. I'll discuss it at the end of the lecture. And guys, you need to log in. You need to click on the left-hand top corner extension bar, choose plus, and then select IIT JEE as your goal, and then hit on this get subscription button. And students, one more amazing thing about Unacademy subscription, there are no batch restrictions. You don't have to worry about joining any batch, etc. You can actually attend as many courses as you want. You can parallelly attend courses for optics and even for wave theory, etc. You can do that all on Unacademy subscription, and you can prepare for both JEE Mains and JEE Advanced at a single pricing. That is going to be your Unacademy subscription without any batch restrictions, and you don't have to worry about whether you are going to but stick to an educator, stick to a program. That's very important. This is going to be my personal advice. But at the same time, hi Suresh, hi. But at the same time, you need to remember like which kind of courses you need to do. Of course, 2021 aspirants, at the end of the lecture, I can discuss some of the things that you need to do for your this JEE Mains 2020 preparation. And even coming to the pricing part and what kind of subscription you should be availing. So there are two things. What is that subscription that you need? So let's say you are a 2021 aspirant. This is the thing that you want to go, as long as you are complete with your preparation. I mean, like complete with your preparation means you can complete your preparation in 6 months. Okay, this is like not planning to take a drop, etc., etc. And if you're planning to take a drop, or if you're in 12th class and you're probably thinking about dropping out or something like that, maybe you want to go for a 12-month subscription. Or even students who are in 11th class getting into 12th class and you're confident that you can complete your preparation in 1 year, maybe you want to go for a 1-year subscription. So this might be for 2021 aspirants, but planning to drop, and students who have like 2 years, you can go for a 24-month subscription, typically recommended for students in 9th to 11th class. And that is going to be a 24-month subscription, which is going to be the most economical one, of course. And a 6-month subscription for 2021 aspirants is only going to cost you less than, like near about 25,000. And students, 2021 aspirants, be sure about what kind of subscription that you want. If you are confident that you're going to complete it in 6 months, then this is for you. But if you're thinking you're in 12th class, you're planning to drop already, even if you're planning to drop, your preparation should be complete. You should be focused on your preparation, right? And in that case, maybe you want to go for a 1-year subscription because you know what, within that 1 year you're planning to complete it. And definitely guys, you have to complete it in 1 year. You may have 1 year like 4 months and odd, but still you have to plan to complete it in 1 year. Okay, this is definitely applicable for 2021 aspirants as well, 2022 aspirants who have already completed the preparation, and this is for any student who are planning to prepare for 2 years. And how much does a 12-month subscription cost you? A 12-month subscription is only going to cost you less than 2,900 per month. And of course, that's the reason that I'm discussing this, because maybe you go for a 1-year subscription, that is at the end going to cost you more economical. It's going to be more economical than going for a 6-month subscription. And of course, students who have 2 years, you may want to go for a 2-year subscription, definitely the most economical one, which is going to cost you near about only less than 70 rupees a day. You can work out this, you can divide this number by 365 into 2, and this is about plus subscription. On plus subscription, you get pretty much everything that we have discussed until now, best educators on the best in the kind of platform, in structured programs where you don't have to worry about planning, and of course access to authors and India's best educators, classes, etc., and live doubt clearing sessions. But we have something beyond your plus subscription that is known as iconic subscription. And what do we get on iconic subscription? On iconic subscription, you will be getting one-on-one mentoring, personal coaching from IITians and NITians, which could be one of the best packages for your JEE preparation. So think about it, you are getting your personal guidance from IITians and NITians who have successfully gone through this journey, who have cracked this exam, and they know the exact things that you need to do, and they will be guiding you depending upon your preparation. They will be coming up with exam strategies, expert guidelines, and many more things, personal advices depending upon your preparation. And that is possible today on Unacademy subscription with iconic subscription. Yes, that is the added benefit of iconic subscription. Along with that, you'll be getting test analysis and also personal study planner. And coming to the pricing part, and if you're a 2021 aspirant, you only have 6 months, you may want to go for a 6-month subscription, which is only going to cost you near about 35,000, less than 35,000. And of course, students who are 2021 aspirants planning to prepare dedicatedly for 1 year, 1 year or 6 months, stay dedicated, very important, students. And you may want to go for a 12-month subscription, which is going to cost you near about 58,500. And of course, the most economical one is going to be your 2-year subscription, which is going to cost you less than 50,000 a year. This is a pricing of 2 years, and for a year it's going to cost you near about 45,000 per year. So it depends upon what you want to go for, and definitely do check out our payment options. We have no cost EMI, and we also have pay-in parts, which can typically take away that hassle of paying all the fee at once. And students, one more important thing, if you don't see this pricing and if you're looking for some best discount, the maximum discount on your subscription purchases, you can make use of Murali Live code, be it 6 months, 12 months or 24 month iconic or plus subscription. You will always get the maximum discount. Not only that, you can in fact unlock many features on Unacademy learning app using Murli live code. Make sure you apply them. One of the things is you're getting the details from me, and you can also get in touch with me once you avail the discount and you purchase the subscription, and I will be able to guide you on these stuff. And that being said, students, do remember we are going to get into an amazing session today. This is going to be January session, of course. And what would be the thing? We are going to get into the new January. We are going to get into January 2021. So 2021 or 2022 aspirants watching this video, here is where probably many of you are thinking about, how do I do this? So now make a new year resolution. This new year resolution about your planning, right? If you're not planning to study this new year, probably at least you want to have a plan. And especially there are few students who are, like planning to purchase an Unacademy subscription, just like JEE, etc. So in that case, what you want to do is you want to, go through your subscription purchases and then have a look at which kind of courses you're supposed to complete. And this planning should be both strategical. Like, what do I mean by strategical? It should be a smart work, students. Of course, you have to give in that hard work. Of course, every one of you are going to work hard, but you need to also have a plan around it. So make sure that you have a very good plan this new year to make it successful, right? And planning do matters, and then have that kind of attitude that you can make it happen. And do remember that if you believe in yourself, no one can stop you from achieving your success. So plan really well. This new year is about planning. Take a new year resolution, plan it and make it happen. All right, let's get into this amazing lecture of current and electricity. And guys, here is the first question. So let me give you a hint before we get started with this question. Guys, look here. Students, this is a very simple thing in this question, Typically, whenever you have a look at such question, have a look at the options as well. These are the options given in your JEE Mains. So it's saying what is the value of this I1, okay, given that you have a 1 ohm resistor here, okay, and there is a 2 ohm, 1 ohm and 2 ohm resistor over here. So now here comes the question, how do you solve this question even without doing all the math? I'll of course explain you the concept as I told you, but this is a PYQ session. We'll be also discussing. Yes, amazing, Jay. Very good, very good, very good. Yes, it's 0.2. Yeah, how did you say it's 0.2? Let me give you a small hint. See, okay, what I'm going to do, just have a look at it. I'm not going to solve the question. I'm not going to solve this question the way it should be, like, step by step. I'll do that later on. Just let's say I am in the exam or you are in the exam, how you should be approaching this question. So it's 1 volt battery and this network is in parallel. One of the ways is you find an equivalent resistance. That is also quite easy, but I will give you a very easier method. This can be a complex network and still you can come up with the answer. It has happened several times in your JEE Advanced. It has happened several times in JEE Advanced. You can check out past year paper. And in such situation, let me ask you a question. Here is a 2 ohm resistor. 2 ohm resistor connected in parallel with 1 volt, right? So how much? Just, it's very easy to calculate, right? This is going to be 0.5 ampere. This is irrelevant to our calculation if you are going through a straightforward method. Okay, this is just a concept based trick. Okay, if this is some 0.5 ampere, this network, of course, okay, this is a way to quickly look at the options and guess the answer. Okay, so this network is going to, of course, have larger resistance because there is a 2 ohm in parallel with some resistance, right? It's 0.5. Every one of you know this. This question is pretty easy, but let's say you have a complex network. How do you solve it? So in this case, I'm saying this resistance is greater than 2 ohms. That means your current, net current, I don't mean this I1, but let's call this to be like an I-net. This has to be greater than or less than. It has to be less than, right? Less than 0.5 amperes. And what is this? This is 1 ohm ampere and 1 ohm ampere in parallel. And of course, your I1 has to be something less than that of 0.5 by 2. It's like, it has to be, okay, let me write it down this way. So it has to be less than how much? 0.25 amperes, right? So which of the options is less than 0.25? Not 0.4, not 0.5, not even 0.25. 0.25 is still only possible if at all there was only 2 ohms. So even this is not possible, you could have said this is the answer. This is the way to guess it, even if there is a complex network, right? Let's say you have even hundreds of resistors, like of different resistances. Still, you can do this using this method. Okay, we can check out some previous year JEE advanced questions and you can typically come to know how to do this. And students, do not forget to share this lecture on your social media like WhatsApp, Facebook groups, Telegram channel, etc. It's anyway a free of cost lecture. Not only that, we are discussing something really very important for 2021 aspirants. So make sure you are sharing them so that they are also able to get access to this amazing lectures. Alright, this is actually a very easy question. So do not forget to share this video. Do not forget to like this video. It's anyway free of cost lecture. You're getting full length, high quality, guys. You can check out any of the lectures. This is going to be the best one that you're ever going to come across in terms of techniques, in terms of concepts, be it current electricity, electrostatics, or whatever you're learning on JEE English. You're delivering some of the finest lectures for your JEE preparation. And in fact, these kind of tricks are something that you would be only getting from, like expert, like they should be expert in the subjects and they should be having that kind of aptitude, intuition as well. But yes, make use of this intuition in your exams. So that is also quite important that you do this. So yes, now we can take the straightforward approach. This question is actually very easy. So this is a typical mistake, I'll also come to the part where many of you make the mistake. You're trying to solve this complex network, then try to find out some I. No, you don't do this. You don't want to do this. You don't want to find out what is the I flowing from the battery. All you're concerned about is this I. Okay. And whenever it's in parallel, right, you don't have to worry about it typically. Okay, so I think there was another such question in your JEE Mains 2020. You must have observed that there was a very similar question. Even then, back there, I told you that you don't want to take that approach. You just want to focus on the parallel network. And EMF is supposed to be always be like 1 volt. What is battery doing? Battery is basically maintaining that 1 volt across the resistor network, right? So there you go, and here you have this 1 ohm, and here you have this 1 ohm. So if you were wondering why did we discuss this technique when you could have straightforward, you could have right away solve this question without putting in much efforts, but this question was of that kind, definitely. But you need to understand one thing. What is it? Between these nodes, how much is being maintained? 1 volt. Irrespective of whatever is connected in parallel, the job of the battery is to maintain this 1 volt. So you must be only simplifying this network to find out what? First of all, this current. Okay, if you know this current, let's call this to be something like I naught. This is going to be how much? This is 1 ohm and 1 ohm in parallel. So it's going to divide equally. That's it. And again, those current would be adding up and they would be coming out as I naught, right? That's it. So first of all, let's find out the equivalent resistance. So this is 1 ohm and 1 ohm in parallel. You know how much is that? It's basically like 0.5, right? So whenever two such resistances are given to you, you know what you should be doing. And there are few such, for an example, there is like a few resistances like for which you would typically be getting the answer very quickly. So it's as if we can replace this network with 0.5. So then you have 0.5 ohms in series with 2 ohms, isn't it? That's it. That's all you need to know. And this is how much? 2.5 ohms. Okay. And one more thing, do definitely practice questions around your this thing as well. Around your capacitors as well, because it's often confusing that how you work around capacitors. So what is the current, guys? Current is really simple. I naught is how much? I naught is basically 1 volt. 1 volt is being maintained across these terminals. So the terminal potential is going to be 1 volt, and it should be like 1 volt by R net, that is 2.5 ohms. I hope everyone is understanding this. What we are basically doing is EMF by R net. Okay, only applicable in cases of parallel. And how much do we get this to be? We get this to be something like 0.4 amperes. Okay, so the total current is how much? 0.4 amperes. This is a step-by-step method, but even quicker. It should be quicker, right? It should be like half a second question. Okay, definitely I told you this is one of the best papers ever. Okay, if this is 0.4 amperes, how much is this going to be? This is going to be half of I naught. How much is that? That's 0.2 amperes. Very good students. Yes, this is definitely a very simple one, but try to understand the tricks. There might not be tricks in all of the current and electricity questions. Definitely this one has a trick like this. All right, let's get into the next question then. All right, this is a very interesting question, and in fact I will discuss some of the issues with this questions as well. Okay, this question has an issue. If you're getting confused in the exam, definitely there is an issue in the question, don't worry. So in a building there are 15 bulbs of 45 watts and 15 bulbs of 100 watts, 15 fans of 10 watts and 2 heaters of 1 kilowatt. Okay, so what is being asked? The voltage of electrical main is 220 volts. Okay, then what is the minimum fuse capacity of the building should be? Okay, what does minimum fuse capacity mean? So this is like a thing you should be knowing. I'm not sure whether if you're totally a JEE aspirant, right? Maybe you're not studying this. So generally there is a mains. Okay, and what happens is it's an AC mains, but in this case it's a DC mains, but whatever, it's a mains. Okay, back in the days we used to have DC mains. AC mains was actually made possible after, you know, Tesla's invention, etc. Up until then we didn't have AC mains. It was basically Edison's company, General Electric, or Edison himself like having all the market share with the DC mains. Okay, so that was back in the days though, but later on efficacy of you know, your AC mains was proved. But anyway, now what is the advantage of AC mains, students? The power loss is very low. Okay, compared to DC mains, cannot be transmitted for very long distances. You need to have battery packs everywhere. Unless you found out a very efficient form of transferring energy, you cannot be making use of DC mains. You need AC mains to cut down that power losses. In fact, your AC mains is going to have a good amount of power loss. Okay, so all right, so there would be a fuse. Okay, the fuse can be in different shapes. This is one of the typical shapes that you will come across. So this is like your general DC mains fuse. So what happens is, what is the you know, like job of the main fuse? Okay, mains job, you know. Okay, what happens is there will be like several electrical instruments. Okay, and how are the electrical instruments connected? This was a JEE advanced question. How are the electrical instruments connected, or electrical, I should be saying, equipments connected in your with your mains? With your mains, they are connected in parallel. Okay, note it down, students. Note it down. If you are listening some of the things for the first time, do note it down as well. Don't forget to do that. Okay, so let's say there are like fan, there is a fan. Just imagine your home, there is a fan, there might be, you know, like a light, there might be like a microwave, air conditioner, etc., right? All of them are connected in parallel. Okay, this is the general rule with your DC mains. Of course, there is a three-phase system, etc. This is not in a syllabus three-phase system. You'll be just discussing, you know, let's take this to be another equipment like a fridge. Okay, some heavy load equipment. Now what happens is, this guy fuse over here. Okay, there is this fuse, right? The fuse's job is nothing. The fuse's job is only one thing. It has to control the current flow. But control means it is not directly controlling it. What it is doing is, it is saying that, you know what, if just an example, okay, there is, let's say you have this light connected over here, right? Excess current flows through your light. Okay, then what will happen? Your light will like kind of, you know, either it will undergo some short circuiting and it will fuse out the fuse, or what would happen is it can burst. Okay, so to burst that, this fuse will take care of everything. The fuse's job is that it does not let excess current to flow in. Excess current that can damage your electrical equipments. Even if one equipment in your home goes wrong, your circuitry entirely can burn out. Okay, you must have observed this thing. Once one of the circuit is going wrong in your home, this excess current is always there, because that part of the mains or that part of your electrical wiring has been facing the issue. So there is going to be excess current all the time. So this excess current control, or in fact it's not even excess current control, it's like I would say it should be controlling, like, any damaging current. So that is fuse's job. So now let's get into the question. Okay, this is the concept. So in this case, what is happening if some current is flowing into the light, that if the lowest power equipment, okay, this is also for your JEE Advanced I'm discussing, or upcoming JEE Mains. There is an issue with this question. That's the reason I'm discussing this concept as well. You need to know this concept. Mains supply power, fuse controls any excess current that can damage any of the equipments, and then there is rest of the electrical equipments which have a defined load at a defined power. Okay, that thing I've discussed before, but anyway, I'll discuss it again. And let's say your light is the one that has the least current. Okay, this is the guy who would get damaged very easily. If you observe, there will be typically one electrical equipment at your home that is going to get easily get damaged, right? All the time that one electrical equipment will go off, because either that has the least current and that will go off. So in this case, it should have been what? 10 watt. Okay, but the question, from the given options, it is not the answer. Okay, if you look at this, it's not the answer anyway. Okay, this is how you're supposed to look at the question, that the least current is what fuse should be allowing. Okay, this light, if this guy faces an excess current, all the equipments have been switched off, and this guy starts drawing excess current, your circuit will damage. Okay, but anyway, all the time this is not possible. Some current has to flow in such that some goes over here, some goes over here, some goes over here. So this is one of the things, right? Okay, but anyway, now let's get into this question and understand how to solve this question. All right, guys. Now, what do we have? Okay, this is not possible to guess just from the options. Just let me have a look at this. So I'm just thinking whether we can guess this from the options. Okay, I think this is also possible that you can guess this from the options. So there is a 2 kilowatt thing, right? 2 kilowatt is of course generating anything around 10, and rest of them would be requiring anything more than 10 is what we can say, but I don't think we can guess it from the options. We need to solve this question. So how is this given? This is a circuit like this. I'll explain you the exact circuit, what is happening. There are like 15 bulbs. 15 bulbs, and then there are like 15 bulbs of 45 watts. So this is a 45 watt bulb, and then there are 15 bulbs of how many watts? 100 watts. And then you have 15 small fans. Okay, there are like multiple fans. 15 fans of how many watts? Like 10 watt. Okay, and what is the relevance of this? I'll come to that point. Okay, and then there are like 2 kilowatt heaters, or 2 heaters of 1 kilowatt. Okay. There are like 2 heaters of 1 kilowatt. If you have any confusion, you can draw the box like this. Okay, so the thing is something like this. They are all connected like this. Now what is happening is you are assuming each, okay, nowadays your equipments all do have the individual fuses, right? So you don't have to worry about if excess current is being drawn. Okay, so this bulb will have an individual fuse, this bulb will have an individual fuse, and this fans will have an individual fuse, this heater will have its own fuse. Okay, now when such arrangement is given, and let's say it's connected to DC mains. Okay, so if at all this thing has to be mentioned in the question, that they are having some individual fuse, and even how these bulbs are connected, they are connected in parallel. Okay, all of these equipments, even inside them, these 2 heaters are connected in parallel. It's a simple question, guys. It's a very simple question. I'm just explaining the concept, how it looks like. So there would be a DC mains. Okay, now comes the thing. Okay, let's assume all of these bulbs have their individual fuses. So your objective is to get that minimum current that it can allow. Okay, beyond some current it should not allow. That is like this individual equipments are going to draw some current. Okay, let's think about it this way. Okay, so there would be some current, like I2, I1, I3 and I4. Okay, so this fuse should be able to let in I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. And how this fuse works is like it is kind of assessing, like, okay, beyond a point of time, if your current is exceeding, if your I net is exceeding I1 plus of I2 plus of I3 plus of I4, what happens? Fuse goes off. What happens? That fuse, that little thing that you saw, right, goes off. If this is happening, your fuse goes off. So this is the threshold value, right? Fuse. In this is a condition for fuse. You can say fusing out, actually, like, this fuses out or something like that. So this is a specific condition. Now in this case, how do we do this? You need to basically, there is a very, very simple way of understanding this thing. How much power is being consumed? Okay, all these equipments are connected in parallel. Okay, even inside them, for an example, if I'm going to kind of show you the diagram for how these two heaters are connected, these two heaters are also connected something like this. Sorry, this is becoming series. They must be connected like, okay, this is looking like series, but anyway, they must be connected like this. Okay, this is the that block diagram of the two heaters. Now the thing is, your current cannot exceed I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now let me come to the next part of the concept. Okay, I hope up until here it's clear. 15 bulbs of 45 watts. Okay, 15 bulbs of 45 watts, 15 bulbs of 100 watts, 15 fans of 10 watts and 2 heaters of 1 kilowatt are all connected in parallel. That's it. That's how your mains work. You can check out the wiring at your home. I don't know like how this three-phase system is. To be honest, I'm not very sure about it. But even three-phase system, in each phase, it's all connected in parallel. Okay. Now coming to this point. So let's say you have two electrical equipments connected in parallel. Equipment 1 and equipment 2. Okay. And what is the, if just like what we saw in the last question, if they are connected in parallel, how much potential they are going to drop? They are going to drop a potential of 220 volts. Each one of them is going to drop 220 volts. Let me mention this way. All of them are going to consume DC mains. It's not basically consuming, because potential is just the kind of the voltage that is maintained, that electrical potential that is maintained across this equipments. Okay. Coming to this point, so if two of them are connected in parallel, this is what we say. If let's say this has power 1 and this has power 2, what is the net power, students? Anyone? Hi Aradhya, hi, after a very long time. Hi, how are you? So this is total power is going to be P1 plus P2. Is this clear? I hope everyone understood this part. What is the net power, guys? It's P1 plus P2. It's how much? P1 plus P2. If n equipments are connected, what are you going to say? It's P1 plus P2 plus P3, so on till Pn. Clear? I hope this is clear. You can basically add up the power when they are. When is this only possible? When they are connected in parallel. Okay, when they are connected in parallel. Just a moment. Where is this? What happened to my pen? Just let me. Okay. This is only possible. This P1 plus P2. I'm good. Very good. How is your preparation going on? Is everything going on well? So this is going to be only when parallel. If not, this is not possible. What I said is, you can have like electrical equipment 3, electrical equipment 4, so on till like n electrical equipments. You can add the power directly, guys. That's it. But be careful, okay? Your question need not be necessarily parallel, it can be also series. But generally when DC mains is given to you, so many equipments are given to you, then it is in parallel, okay? That's it. That's it. Don't think too much. That is all it is. And okay, next let me come to this point. I hope I'm going to erase this part. Alright, you can definitely take a screenshot of this. This should be clear, okay? Here all 15 bulbs, 2 heaters, 15 bulbs, 15 fans are all connected in parallel. Here is the next thing. So let's say total current is I net. We are trying to find out what? This threshold current. Okay, I net into DC mains voltage. Let me call it as to be VDC. My mistake. V mains. Let's keep it as V mains. V mains should be what? Threshold condition is this should be equal to total power. Okay, total power. How much is your V mains? V mains is 220. Every one of you know that thing. Okay, it's a simple question. It's definitely one of the simple question. Very good. So now, how do you calculate total power, students? Total power. Let me come to that point. 15 bulbs. Just notice what I'm doing. 15 bulbs into 45 watts. I'm adding up the power. Why am I doing 15 into 45? I'm basically adding 45 watts, 45 watts, 45 watts 15 times. That's what I'm doing. Okay. And then we have 15 bulbs of 100 watts. I'm adding 100 watts 15 times. Okay. Then we have 15 small fans of 10 watts. What am I doing? I'm adding basically 10 watts 15 times. And then 2 heaters we have of how much? 1 kilowatt. Okay, yes. 1 kilowatt is 10 to the power 3. Now let's do the math. We need to do some math now. Okay, how would I think about it? Even I'll come to that point. If it's 15 into 45, right? Either I'll go by 50 minus 5 into 15, which is still complicated. But according to me, what is the easiest way? You can think about this term like this. 15 into 15 into 3. Rather easier. 15 into 15 square, every one of you know that it's 225. 225 into 3, that is going to give you 675. Easy, right? 225 into 3 is rather easy than calculating 15 into 45, writing down all of that. You can do it mentally. So that is one of the advantages you have, like while using some of the things that you know. And then you have 1500. I'm assuming that everything is clear by now. So this should be 2000. That is very simple, right? How much do we have? We have something like 1500 plus 2000. That gives you like 3500. 3500 plus 600. That gives you 3100. 3100 plus 150 gives you 3200. 3200 plus 250 plus 75 gives you like 2100 plus 1500 gives you 3500. 3500 plus 600 gives you 4100. 4100 plus 150 gives you 4250. 4250 plus 75 gives you 4325. Okay, there you go. This is what? This is your total power. Now can you find out the threshold current? Yes, of course. But you don't have a calculator, you are going to approximate it. Very good, Aradhya. Very good, students. Very good. So, but do remember to approximate things. Okay. Be it JEE Mains, JEE Advanced. Typically, you don't get questions in JEE Advanced where they are trying to overcomplicate your calculations. Okay. Up until here, it should be clear, students. If not, do ask me. I can explain this again. So we know total power is how much? 4325 watts. And we also have that expression. Your I threshold into that of V mains. Okay. Is going to be how much? Like power total. And this is going to give you 4325. And you need to find out what I total, which is that how much minimum current this fuse should be able to handle so that it can find out any short circuit or something like that. You can think about it that way if you're not very comfortable with the fact that it should not be through least. If we do least, there is an issue as well. Then you need to have individual fuses. Assuming these devices have individual fuses, you can do them that way as well, right? So your I threshold should be how much? 4325 by 220. See, I don't have a calculator, so what am I going to do? It's really simple. Very good, Aradhya. Very good, students. Very good. I don't have a calculator, so this is my shortcut to solving this problem. I am going to take this to approximately, it's not 4400, it's of course something less than 4400. So this should be approximately be like how much? It's not 4400, I'm taking it to 4400. Okay. So this is going to be how much? This is 2 and you have 20, near about 20. Okay, you'll be getting it as something like minus 75. So something like 19.8 or something. I don't know like what it would come out to be. I think it will come out to be something like 19.7 and odd. 19.7, between 19.7 and 19.8. So now the answer is approximately 20 amperes. Is it? What do you mean by fuse capacity? Suraj, you're a little late, huh? So fuse capacity is what, students? Fuse capacity is going to be that maximum current that your fuse should be able to handle. Your fuse, what is your fuse actually? Your fuse is going to melt. Okay, it's going to break the connection. Basically, your fuse has like a wire like this, which is going to be like a current sensitive wire. And what is going to happen is, beyond the threshold current, what happens is this fuse will burn out. Basically, the fuse is the first thing that is burning out at your home, not actually your equipments. It's basically that, depending upon like what kind of equipment it is, like anyway. But this is the first thing that is going to break. It's going to break, so it will become like an open circuit. So this fuse should be able to only handle so much current. So let's say I've kept this fuse to be just as like a copper wire. What happens? Like it will allow as much current as possible. So all of your equipments are going to get damaged. Maybe some equipments are going to burst. So now what you're going to do is you're going to restrict this current to such an extent such that at least your maximum of the equipments are not getting damaged. Maybe only one equipment is getting damaged. In such situation, only one equipment is getting damaged. Because, okay, we don't have the diagram, but only one equipment is getting damaged, and post that your fuse goes off, DC main fuse goes off, and rest is working. It's 19.6, 19.6, but you don't have an answer around 19.6. Answer should be 20. Okay. Yeah, the answer might be around 19.6. Okay. But in your examination, this is how you're supposed to proceed. Okay. You don't have a calculator. Don't do that thing of calculating up to the decimal, students. That's definitely being so being a perfectionist in your exam is the worst thing that you can do. Definitely being the perfectionist in your exam is the worst thing that you can do, because you will be squandering so much time, you will be wasting so much time. At the end of the day, you'll be only solving, because you understood everything, you have done this problem, this calculation would take you around 1.5 minutes. But at the end of the day, what you're going to do to try and get this 19.6, whatever the students are saying, that will just consume your time. You don't want to do that. Trust me, you don't want to do that. All right. Amazing problem. This is one of the best problems. We are going to get into the next problem right now. Okay, so I hope Suraj, you understood what is fuse capacity. Everyone, I hope you understood what is fuse capacity. Fuse capacity is basically that maximum current that it should allow, such that rest of the equipments are protected even if one equipment is damaged. Assuming that even one equipment has an internal fuse, generally your devices do have the internal fuse, nothing is damaged. Okay. It's not a minimum fuse capacity. It's the minimum fuse capacity. They mean by minimum fuse capacity, Suraj actually has a good question. So it's the way it is said, minimum fuse capacity means it is that maximum current it should be able to handle. Okay. So your fuse capacity could have been 25 amperes. Your fuse capacity could have been 50 amperes. So what should have been the minimum fuse capacity such that it works well? right? I hope you got the answer to your question. All right, let's move on to the next question. This is definitely one of the most interesting questions. So you have a battery of unknown EMF connected to the potentiometer. Okay, what does potentiometer? Potentiometer, what does it do? So this is a question, can we guess it from the options? Let me just have a look at it. I'm basically calculating it. There is no way of guessing it from the option. Anyway, it's like, like a numerical based question. So we should not be even guessing it from the answers. Okay. But anyway, the concept is very easy. So let's say, what is this thing? You'll have a primary battery. Okay, EMF primary. And this primary, students who don't even know the concept, right? Focus on this, you'll understand the concept. That's it. What this primary battery does is, it will maintain some potential to this point. Okay, the fuse based question, there were even JEE advanced question before, and Suraj, I think you were present in the class as well back in the time. Okay, and you're asking this the second time. What is this? Etc. Just a moment. So this is actually a very simple question. This is actually a simple question. Trust me, this is like a question that you cannot guess from the options, of course, because there are no options. Let's do it this way. Why not JEE? Why aren't you giving IIT JEE? You are smart. Students never ever think that way. Why not? So now, what does your potentiometer mean? It has actually two kinds of things in it. One is primary circuit, the other is secondary circuit. Secondary circuit is what you're measuring. It could be a EMF of a battery, internal resistance. In this case, it's an internal resistance. It's basically how to measure the internal resistance. And typically, like I think in 2020, around 50% of the paper was just from your electrical measuring instruments. Okay. So why not JEE? Suraj, JEE is easy. You need to just give time. That is the thing. So what is this known as? Potential gradient. It should be maintaining a potential gradient. So there would be a primary circuit and a secondary circuit. What is that secondary circuit? Secondary circuit is something that we are connecting so that, for an example in this case, this battery. What is being said? I'll come to that point. What is being said? Then we'll move on. So what would happen is there would be some balancing. Okay. So if it's just ideal battery, okay, let's say this is that ideal battery that you're connected. So you would be saying that ES is equal to this potential gradient is what? Uniform potential gradient. So let's say you got a balancing length of L. From ear to ear, the length was L. From ear to ear, the length was L. Then your ES is going to be lambda into L, small l. Let's say this guy has like capital L length. Which guy? That potentiometer wire where the uniform potential gradient is being maintained. Hi Sanjay, hi. Very good. Yep, good. If you are here for fun, there is nothing better because you are learning better. Whenever you are learning things with fun, that is definitely some of the best things that you can do to your, assist your learning. So what is lambda? Lambda is nothing but EP by L. EMF of the primary battery is uniformly distributed across this potentiometer wire. So this is what? This is a potentiometer wire. And the one in the blue is primary cell. The one in the red is secondary cell, or secondary circuit, I should be saying. Secondary circuit. There are many components of this. There will be an ammeter, there will be a rheostat to control the current. Over the time, your circuit will be deteriorating, and then there will be many more things. But typically, your questions are not around those. Your questions are something like this. In fact, there were two questions. JEE Mains 2020 January session alone had like 2 or 3 questions around potentiometer. Okay, so focus on this. This is definitely one of the important. 8:34. No, Suraj, work it out. Yes, Sanjay, yeah, you can post your doubt. I'll clear it out. So potentiometer wire, okay. I hope this concept is clear. There is a primary circuit, the one that we drew in blue, and then there is a secondary circuit. What is the job of primary circuit? Primary circuit always is trying to give a uniform potential gradient proportional to length. More the length, more the potential. And so what is that value of potential gradient? It's generally EMF, or basically terminal voltage of the primary battery. But anyway, in this case, it's EMF of the primary battery divided by the total length of that, like potentiometer wire. And then if you're trying to find an EMF, this is a case of EMF. I'll come to both the cases. This is definitely one of the questions, like, you're revising your potentiometer kind of in like a problem. That is, what is this problem? And how to compare the EMF of two batteries is something that you should be revising again. We'll be getting to both the parts, like how to measure the EMF of an unknown battery, how to measure the internal resistance, but we are not actually comparing EMFs of batteries in this question. You should also, I'm not saying you should also go through that concept once again, like how to compare EMF of two batteries. So this battery's EMF is going to be how much? It's going to be lambda into L. Whatever length, it will balance out at certain length. What do I mean by balance out? So there will be a galvanometer. Basically, your circuit will be having a galvanometer somewhere over here. And this galvanometer should be showing what? Null deflection. Yes, it should be showing a null deflection. If it is deflecting, means current is flowing, right? That's it. Whenever this is it is showing null deflection, it's balanced. I'm just having a look. Very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Exactly, it's definitely one of the easiest topic. Even in fact, electrical measuring instruments is something every one of you should be completing. Yes, Sanjay, you can post out your doubt. Yes, Arch, that is true. Null deflection, the other way of stating this is null deflection. In this case, I think they have said it as balancing length. Okay, up until now everything is clear. Uniform potential gradient, that is nothing but EMF of battery divided by potentiometer length. Okay, this thing should be clear. Next, balancing length is going to be some L. If balancing length is going to be L, this is an experimentally found out thing. At balancing length, what happens? The galvanometer is going to show null deflection. Okay, and what is the EMF of your EMF across your secondary circuit? It's basically lambda into L, balancing length into potential gradient. Clear? Potential gradient is that one thing that is going to be constant. Now let's get into this question. Okay, let's read this question. A battery of unknown EMF is connected to a potentiometer and has a balancing length of 560 centimeters. Okay, so what is the EMF of the unknown battery? EMF of unknown battery is lambda into 560. Clear? This is secondary. You are not worried about primary, trust me. In this question, you are not worried about primary. One such question is given to you. Let me write this down neatly. So it's the same thing that I'm explaining, but this time I'm just substituting the values. EMF of your secondary battery is how much? Lambda into 560. Okay, this is what? This is case number 1. Let's observe the thing carefully. It's a very interesting question, definitely, and a very easy one as well. Very good, Arch. That's I think who came up with the answer? Arch came up with that. If a resistor of resistance 10 ohm is connected in parallel with the cell, the balancing length is happening what? It's changing to 60 centimeters. Okay, it's changing by 60 centimeters, not 260 centimeters, but by 60 centimeters. Okay, so what is happening? You are connecting a 10 ohm in parallel to whom? You will be always connecting it in parallel to the secondary cell to find out what? Internal resistance. So what is happening whenever you are connecting a resistance in parallel to the cell? I'll come to this point. And what is the advantage of potentiometer? Why not voltmeter, students? The reason why we use a potentiometer is using potentiometer, you can do this. You can really do an amazing thing that is going to be measuring the EMF of a battery, which is not possible using a voltmeter. Do remember this thing. There were several times questions in your exam. Okay. And now coming to this point, what has happened, so you had an amazing circuit. Now what you did is, like I said, all right, now let me do a thing. Now okay, I'm just drawing a small thing, just bear with me, I'll come to that point, what is happening over here. So you actually connected a resistance in parallel. Which resistance in parallel? Some resistance of 10 ohm in parallel. And if you connect any 10 ohm resistance in parallel with your primary EMF, nothing is going to happen. Your battery is not going to last longer. Okay, you'll be connecting it over here. So you have connected some resistance R in parallel. You can assume this to be R. I will be explaining the concept as well in this question. So now what happens actually in this circuit is, this circuit is kind of going to be like a circuit where you will be able to see terminal voltage. Okay, you will be able to see terminal voltage. Up until now you are only observing your EMF. Once you have connected resistance, like in parallel, what happens is you're going to see terminal voltage, because current is going to flow. Right now the circuit is complete. Up until then circuit wasn't complete. You have balanced out the length. Now the circuit is complete. Now in this case, what you need to do is, you need to make sure that you give a terminal voltage balancing length. What is terminal voltage? You guys know what is terminal voltage. Terminal voltage is this voltage where you have some current flowing through this circuit, and this current into RIN minus of that EMF. EMF is remaining the same. What is happening in this case? Due to this new connection, your balancing length will of course change, because your terminal voltage is always going to be less than your EMF, given that it's not a charging case. In charging case, what is going to happen? Your terminal voltage can be greater than that of your right. Now what is happening, guys? Now I'm doing the same circuit, but here you need to understand this thing very carefully. Now what has happened? Your balancing length has reduced by 50 or 60, I think 60 centimeters. Okay, 60 centimeters. This is E primary. Okay, so now instead of 500 you have instead of 560 you have 560 minus 60, basically 500 centimeters as your balancing length. Okay, now that's it. Now let me ask you a question this way. Okay, this would be, I believe this would be more clear to you. So what is terminal voltage equal to? Okay, I'm calling this between these two black nodes that I'm drawing, right, as the terminal voltage. Okay, terminal voltage, one thing the terminal voltage is equal to how much? 500 centimeters. It's basically changed by 60. Is it going to increase or decrease? It's going to decrease. Why is it going to decrease? Because now the current is flowing through the internal resistance as well. Hence the old potential will not appear. And what is the advantage of potentiometer over voltmeter? In using potentiometer, you can in fact measure the EMF of the battery as well, which you cannot do it using voltmeter. Okay, so this is going to be 500 centimeters. There you go. Really simple. So how much is your terminal voltage? Terminal voltage basically experimentally, it's 500 into lambda. Lambda hasn't changed. Your primary battery is the same, your potentiometer wire is the same, until and unless you change the primary battery or your potentiometer wire, nothing is going to change. So it's 500 into lambda. And the other expression you should be knowing is, it's not expression, it's basically logic. What is it? You're going to say some EMF of the secondary battery minus of some current flowing through it. If I'm going to say it's current I that is flowing through the circuit, secondary circuit, into that of RIN. And this is balanced with whom? This is balanced with this R. I into R. That's it. Now, do you have all the equations that you require to solve the problem? Yes, of course. Okay, I hope this circuit diagram is clear. The concept is clear. We need to solve some bunch of mathematical equations. Now we'll be proceeding into that. It's a very simple problem. If you understood this part, it's a very, very simple problem. And how much is the value of R? It's 10. Okay, so note down all the equations. We will be now jumping into the solution part. It's actually a 2 minutes question. You need to know the concept. It's going to reduce by 60 centimeter, what it is, what is the value of I, and then substitute the value of I. There you go, everything is there. Okay, let's get started then. All right. Now, what I'm going to say, first of all, we'll be starting from here. Terminal voltage value is 500 lambda, which is nothing but your 10 ohms R into I into R, which is nothing but 10 ohms into that of I. So what is the value of I? I is some 50 lambda, right? I is some 50 lambda. There you go. It's really, really simple. Just a moment. This is going to be 50 lambda. Now, you know this thing. Now the next thing is 50 lambda, you know this I. Now let me ask you a question. You know this thing as well, right? ES minus I into RIN, which is something that you have to find out, is equal to how much? 500 lambda again. Things are not going to change. And what do you know about ES? ES is how much? 560. ES is 560 lambda, right? Substitute that value. 560 lambda minus I into RIN is equal to 500 of lambda. So you work around this, you will get I into RIN is equal to how much? 60 lambda. That's it. There you go. You have these both equations. Can't you find out what is the value of RIN? Simple as that. Really simple, guys. Okay. Of course, there is no shortcut this time, but what could have been a shortcut? There couldn't have been any shortcut. I don't know. There couldn't have been a shortcut. I don't know. At least I don't know the shortcut. All right. So, what is the value of RIN? RIN is equal to 50 lambda or 60 lambda. My mistake. It's 60 lambda by 50 lambda. 60 lambda by I, which is going to be 60 lambda by 50 lambda. I is how much? 50 lambda. End of the story, guys. It's lambda cancels out. It's basically RIN is equal to 6 by 5. But what is being asked in the question? It's something like n by 10. Don't go and enter it as 1.2, or there are like decimal based questions in a JEE Advanced. I don't know, this time even JEE Mains there can be decimal based question. Read your question very carefully. It's basically 6 by 5, which should be written as 12 by 10 according to your question. There you go, you got the answer. That's it. What is the answer? Answer is 12, guys, right? Answer is going to be 12. Simple, huh? Really simple. What is being asked? Value of n. Very good, Arch. Very good. Very good, students. I hope everyone understood this concept. I've spent actually a good amount of time explaining this concept. This concept should be clear, but there is one more thing you need to understand about potentiometer. The other application is comparing EMF of the batteries. It's also easy, right? You have two batteries in parallel connection. What is going to happen? Think about it. The difference between the EMF of the battery is what is going to be it, right? Once do have a look at the lectures. It's all available on your Unacademy JEE English or your Unacademy Learning app. You can check them out. You can complete them. In fact, I've conducted a one-shot, lecture on your electrical measuring instruments on your Unacademy Learning app. This is available for free of cost. You can go and check it out. Everything has been discussed, like this potentiometer, galvanometer, your ammeter. Why shouldn't you be using voltmeter for measuring EMF of the battery? Can voltmeter measure, etc.? All these concepts have been discussed. You can check them out. Alright guys, I believe this concept was super easy. And see, again there is a potentiometer based question. Just have a look at this. So the length of the potentiometer wire is 1200 and it carries a 60 milliampere current, and then you have a EMF of a cell of EMF 5 volts and then internal resistance of 20 ohms. The null point is found to be how much? A very interesting question. This will definitely, once we start, we'll solve it in the next upcoming session. But once you solve this question, right, everything will be clear. Okay. So internal resistance is given to you, a cell of 5 volts is given to you. What is going to happen? Think about it very carefully. The moment you have a look at this question, right, you can answer this question within few seconds, given that you understand how to solve this question. Okay. It's like you can, no shortcuts as such, I would say. I would say that you know what, you can calculate it very quickly in your mind, but try and understand all of these concepts, because there are many questions just around the electrical measuring instruments in your, not just in your JEE Mains 2020, but past 10 years. If you check out the paper, this is in fact one of the most important topic. Okay, so like I would say there are like few important topics for your current and electricity. One is going to be your electrical measuring instruments, of course, and then the other thing is going to be logic based thing. Wheatstone bridge. Logic based thing means basically parallel combination of resistors, like asking you how much is going to be the current in one of the resistors, or how much is the current going to be in the network. So generally around parallel, right, around series you generally don't get questions. Wheatstone bridge. And I haven't seen any question around your current density up until now, but maybe that is something that maybe you want to do it later. Generally the questions are around your EMF of the battery, definitely around internal resistance, etc., etc. Okay, and students, this Monday from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. we will be having a JEE Mains 2020 problem discussion, and this is going to be a second session. We have already completed one on your Unacademy learning app, and make sure you are attending this session. Anyway, it's from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. It's a free of cost special class available on your Unacademy learning app, and we are going to discuss JEE Mains 2020 problems this coming Monday. This is after your new year, after your Unacademy combat. And right after your Unacademy combat, the next day you will be having this session. Don't miss it out. You can enroll today. You can join Unacademy learning app if you don't have one, and enroll to this course. It's a free of cost special class, and in fact even in these sessions we will not just be discussing concepts, we will be also discussing techniques to solve the problems, right? And of course stay tuned, we'll be coming up with more problems this coming Monday and Tuesday. I know this is going to be a New Year Eve and you're not even going to study probably. If you're not studying, try to practice some problems. If not even practicing problems, try to make a plan. A very important thing that you want to do this new year. And students, we have already covered units, dimensions and measurements completely on your Unacademy learning app, again, which is also available for free of cost. And these are going to be what your full length free of cost lectures, again full length free of cost high quality lectures. We have discussed everything: units based problem, dimensional analysis of important quantities, and measuring instruments, different kind of measuring instruments, not electrical measuring instruments, vernier calipers and screw gauge. But you know what, vernier calipers and screw gauge has been asked several times in your JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, etc. So this is definitely one of those topics that I would recommend. Complete it and make sure you are maintaining the completeness, be it any topic that you're doing. And it's very easy to maintain completeness in units, dimensions and measurements, because all you have to attend is this 4 + 1 5 sessions, and your preparation around units, dimensions and measurements will be complete. Trust me students, it's a very easy and less time taking topic during your preparation as well as during your exam. And you will definitely get one question or even more every year in your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced. So combined this year, you can expect anywhere around 5 questions from units, dimensions and measurements. A very important topic. Not only that, if you have noticed, except for current and electricity, many other topics we can just solve it just using dimension analysis. Dimensional consistency is one of the easiest way to solve problems in your JEE Mains. So try to understand the dimension analysis very closely. We have discussed many important quantities, constants, etc. Good evening, Vinod. Good evening, students. A very warm welcome. But you are actually at the end of the lecture. A very happy new year, and I hope this new year you see, your new heights of success. Make sure you're following the tips that I have been discussing, like especially for 2021 aspirants. This new year is meant to plan, so plan properly, and don't ever think that this new year is there, let's celebrate it. I'm not, of course, denying that you're not going to celebrate it. No one can stop you from celebrating this new year, relaxing during this new year. In fact, you have been preparing throughout the year, but at the same time, plan this new year, guys. One thing that you want to definitely do is have a plan on that piece of paper. I hope everyone understands this point. Yes, happy new year. Amazing, Vinod, amazing. And students in 9th class, just possibly try attending lectures on your Unacademy JEE English, or take up an Unacademy 2-year subscription, start it right away. And 2021 aspirants, okay, 9th class students, you don't have to plan, you can enjoy it. So it's like an amazing time for you. Definitely 9th class students, 10th class students, this is an amazing time for you. Okay, 10th class students, don't worry about your board marks. They don't matter actually. They matter a little bit, maybe to get into an admission into a good college. But if you're a JEE aspirant, trust me, your 10th class marks are not going to matter at all. They are just something that you would forget even after 2 years. After 2 years, whatever you're going to score in your entrance is going to matter, right? So that way, try to enjoy this time, like 9th and 10th class, even 11th and 12th class. I'm not saying that do not enjoy, even droppers, try and enjoy this time. But 11th class, 12th class and droppers, make a plan, have that plan on a piece of paper, follow that plan. No matter what, even that plan can have a backlog. Just try to chase that plan and make that plan in a very smart way, especially 2021 aspirants. Move according to your weightage, move according to the kind of things that you need to observe in your exam, like easy topics. Easy topics comes first. So focus on the easy topics. They will make your life amazingly easy, guys. And students, that being said, if you're not yet on our Telegram channel, do get onto our Telegram channel. First of all, download Telegram app from your Google Play Store and App Store. And you have this link in the description box below. Just click on that link and get onto a Telegram channel. And make sure you're completing all of this PYQ session. And why should you get onto this Telegram channel? Guys, I keep posting you with all the details necessary, like what is going to happen in this session. Be it on your Unacademy learning app or be it on your JEE English, I keep posting you with the details. Not only does our team always keeps you posted, that too all before time updates is what you get on our Telegram channel. And students, one more important thing, like 9th class students, yes, prepare smartly, move slowly. You have 2 years if possible. Avail an Unacademy subscription and make sure you're preparing from day one. New year, you have some new plans. Make sure you have new plans. 9th class students, you're very comfortable. 2021 aspirants, choose your plan smartly. Make a plan. Have that plan of piece of paper. This should be a new year resolution. I'm repeating this hundreds of times, but this is very important, guys. And yes, students, an amazing thing that I would like to say that is upcoming gravitation session. Okay, we are going to have a gravitation session again from Tuesday onwards, right? From Tuesday again we'll be resuming our classes. So anyway, 2 days you're not going to be present. From Tuesday we'll be having a gravitation class. Don't miss out that class. Why? There are questions in your JEE, even 2021 aspirants, don't miss out upcoming gravitation sessions, because these are the topics from which your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced questions are asked. In fact, I'm not denying that your questions weren't asked from the rest of the topics, rest of the 17 lectures, what you have done until now, but possibly they only cover 30%, but rest 70% are going to be mostly, 70% is probability, probability, maybe like there is a 70%, but given that you have 4 papers, probably you're going to see questions from these specific topics. So make sure you're not just only attending current and electricity lecture. From now on, also gravitation lecture. We'll do a thing, we'll take up PYQs of gravitation as well, so that both of you benefit, 2021 and 2022 aspirants benefit in this upcoming gravitation sessions. So don't miss out upcoming gravitation sessions. They are very important, students. 2021 aspirants or 2022 aspirants. And students, yes, if you don't have an Unacademy learning app, just do download it from your Google Play Store and App Store. In the first search result, as soon as you type Unacademy, is going to be Unacademy learning app, the most downloaded education app. And just install this thing, and you will have an amazing app handy from which you can attend all of this A to Z sessions for free of cost. Yes, you can attend all of this A to Z sessions for free of cost. Of course, you can do that from web-based version as well. So do follow me on your Unacademy learning app or your Unacademy website so that you get live updates on all these sessions conducted by me. And why should you have the Unacademy learning app when you do have like a web-based version? The reason is very simple. Once you follow me, right, you won't be getting live updates on your web-based version, but you can get them live updates. You can get those live updates on your Unacademy learning app. So do download an Unacademy learning app. If you don't have one, you can attend these A to Z sessions. They are all like full-length, high-quality lectures available for free of cost. So just do download it and follow me, and you can follow other educators as well, and you will be getting live updates. So install them. Not only that, you can attend Unacademy Combat, you can attend free of cost quizzes, many more things once you have this app handy, and you can attend these classes from anywhere. Of course, there is an advantage of an app. So do install it. And that being said, students, the most competitive, gamified and rewarding IIT JEE battle ever is going to happen right after your new year. That is going to be this coming Sunday on 3rd of January. So now it's available for free. Enroll now with Murli Live code. So you can enroll for free. So make sure you use Murli Live code. So now this is available for free registration. So register today. And guys, of course, there is a free registration and there are amazing prizes. Hundreds of Amazon vouchers, MacBook Air, and Apple iPad, Apple EarPods. There are many more things that you can win. And of course, the batches are there for 11th class, 12th class and droppers. So there are separate batches for 11th class, 12th class and droppers, and you can register for free today and do enroll with Murli Live code to get some amazing discounts, or to unlock it for free. So you can unlock many more things on your Unacademy learning app for free using Murli Live code. So make sure you're making use of Murli Live code, students. And that being said, if you are looking for a complete package for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation, it's going to be Unacademy subscription. Why do we say this? Because you are going to get access to the best educators across the nation on a single platform. Yes, we have best educators across the nation, and in fact authors like DC Pandey, DC Gupta sir on this single platform. And you can not only just attend daily live interactive classes, but can attend daily live interactive classes on a very interactive and attractive platform with lots of polls and leaderboards. This way your learning becomes super fun on an Unacademy subscription platform, guys. And not only that, students, you'll get access to test series set by the best educators across the nation, and this way you will be able to improvise upon your performance, and you are getting trained for your exam on an Unacademy subscription platform. Yes, that's why we say it's a complete package for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced preparation. And not only that, Unacademy subscription programs are well-structured programs, and you don't have to worry about the planning. We do take care of the planning on Unacademy subscription platform. Yes, every fourth session is going to be a live doubt clearing session, and in fact, every program is going to come with a lot of quizzes and mega quizzes. So this way, as I told you, you don't have to worry about the planning. It's going to be the complete package, the best in kind of platform, the best in kind of thing that you can have handy for your JEE preparation is going to be Unacademy subscription, and that too with the best educators across the nation. And not only that, it's only basically one subscription and unlimited access throughout the period. You can access as many programs as you want, and you only pay a single price for both JEE Mains and JEE Advanced on your Unacademy subscription platform. And guys, how do you avail it? You can do it from the web-based version or an app-based version. You need to first of all log in, click on the left-hand top corner extension bar, select plus, and then select IIT JEE as your goal, and then hit on this get subscription button. And students, post this, you will understand this. There are no batch restrictions on an Unacademy subscription platform. You can attend as many batches as you want on an Unacademy subscription platform, guys. So this is one of the amazing thing about Unacademy subscription, that you don't have to worry about batches as well. And coming to the pricing part, and who should be going for what, a very important thing, of course, like even 2021 aspirants are confused, 2022 aspirants are confused, and this is one of such instances, like where everyone is going to confused about what is happening, like what should be the kind of subscription that we should avail at this point of time. And guys who are in either in 9th class, if you start early, that is one of the best things that you can do. Definitely, I would say, I do regret why didn't I start early, because that would have given me a kickstart compared to rest of the students, but it does not matter that way. But if you start early, you definitely have an amazing leverage over rest of the students, right? Not rest of the students, it's basically, you get a lot of time to ponder upon the concepts, you don't have to rush through the exam, etc. But students who are in 9th to 11th class can go for a 24-month subscription, and that is going to only cost you 2,100 per month. Less than 70 rupees a day is what you have to pay for Unacademy subscription, guys. And if you don't see this pricing, 2,100, make sure you apply Murli Live code for 2 reasons. One, I am giving you what kind of package you should be choosing and what are the benefits. And other thing is, you will be getting the best discount, maximum discount, guys. Maximum discount is what you will be getting by applying Murli Live code. In fact, you can, as I told you, you can unlock many more features. Not only that, students, if you are looking for convenient payment options where you don't have to go through the hassle of paying all the fee at once, you can go for our pay in parts option or our no cost EMI. So we do have access to no cost EMI as well, where you don't have to pay any interest on your easy monthly installments. So this is one of the best things that we have on Unacademy subscription, that you don't have to pay any interest on your, like easy monthly installments, or you can make use of our in-house option and split your payments into multiple parts. But if you're looking for other payment options as well, we have that on Unacademy subscription platform. And students who are 2020 and aspirant, here is the thing for you. This is one of the most important things for you, whether I should be going for a 12-month subscription or a 6-month subscription or a 24-month subscription. Maybe you want to go for a 6-month subscription, given that you're not planning to drop or you're already a dropper. Okay, typically if you're already a dropper, or if you're not planning to drop, you're in 12th class and you have no plans for drop. Okay, and I would say don't think about drop right away. Maybe you want to wait for another 4 to 5 months. You want to aim high and perform well up until your JEE Advanced, right? And no plan for drop. You want to go for a 6-month subscription, which is going to cost you near about only 25,000. Okay, and what do we have for you? We have dedicated batches that have been just started for you, for droppers, for 12th class students who have no plan for drop, etc. just now. So you can right away enroll to them and prepare for your JEE Mains and JEE Advanced, but do it smartly. You know your priority list, you know what you should be doing. You have, you should be working on the concepts, problems, you should be moving according to the weightage. No matter what, there will be like hundreds of educators. You want to stick to few educators, few programs. You want to run, your programs parallelly. Not parallelly means you're not going to run a video here on one of the laptops and on your mobile phone, and you're not going to do that. You're going to do it with full focus. But at the same time, you want to focus on those specific subjects, maybe 2 topics a day, etc., etc. Of course, students who don't have plan for a drop, this is something that you have to do, and droppers definitely do it. So 6-month program is for droppers right now, and this is what I would recommend. And students who have planned for a drop, right, 2021 aspirants who have a plan for drop, you may want to go for 1 year. Okay, you drop, you don't drop, it's at the end of the day, it's like your results or your kind of satisfaction that is going to decide everything. But if you don't have a plan for drop, you may want to go for a 12-month, if you have a plan for drop, you want to go for a 12-month subscription, which is going to cost you near about only around like 2,000, less than 2,900 per month, less than 35,000 a year. So that is the kind of pricing. And definitely we do have courses for you. We have dedicated batches that have been just recently started for your 2021 aspirants, guys. 2021 aspirants who are aiming for 2022 IIT JEE. And coming to the part which coupon you should be applying, of course it's always going to be Murli Live code, because you'll be able to get the best maximum discount on your subscription purchases. And students, this is about plus. We have something beyond plus known as iconic subscription. And what do we have for you on iconic subscription? On iconic subscription, you will get access to everything everything that you get on Plus. Along with that, you will be also getting access to personal mentoring sessions from IITians and NITians. So this is one of the best things that could happen for your JEE preparation. Every single feature that we have discussed is available both on Plus and Iconic. But on Iconic, you get something beyond that is going to be like personal coaching from IITians and NITians who have previously gone through this journey, who have successfully cracked this exam. And this all can be available at a very economical pricing. So if you have no plan for drop 2021 aspirant 6-month program is for you, which is going to cost you less than 35,000, near about 34,200. And students who have planned for drop, you may want to go for, that's for 2021 aspirants. 2022 aspirants, you are not yet thinking about drop, and that is going to cost you near about 58,500. And of course, if you are a 2022 aspirant, you may want to definitely go for a 24-month program, which is going to cost you near about 90,000 for 2 years. That's like less than 45k a year, right? And make sure you apply Murli Live code to avail the best discount, students. So maximum best discount, and of course you are getting the personal advice and kind of the strategies for your Unacademy subscription from me. So make sure you apply Murli Live code, be it you go for a 6-month, 12-month or 24-month Plus or Iconic subscription. And yes, choose your plan accordingly. 2021 aspirants, that is one of the best advice, and do have a plan for this new year. And now you can take your JEE preparation to the next level with our personal coaching on Iconic subscription, with our IIT JEE workshop, expert guidelines, study planner and test analysis. Yes, now our JEE English team is present on Iconic subscription. We have a team of amazing IITians and NITians and head of coaching institutes on our channel, and you can definitely get in touch with us on Iconic subscription and you can prepare accordingly. We have a mixed team and we have an amazing team, so you can now take your JEE preparation to the next level with us as well. And this December we have just started 2 courses on 28th of December. One Edge for class 12 students, and this is also conducted by some of the best educators, and there is an excellence batch for class 11 students aiming 2022 aspirants. Both are for 2022 and you want to choose the program accordingly. And students, not only that, the Manzil batch and JEE rank booster batch has also begun on 24th of December, which is being also conducted by some of the best educators across the nation. So do make sure you choose your batch accordingly, plan everything, but do not forget to like and share this video, because you are getting a full length high quality content for your JEE preparation for free of cost. Do share it on your social media like Telegram channel, WhatsApp, Facebook groups, wherever possible, guys. Anyway, it's like, you know, we are giving out all the lectures for free of cost on JEE English, that too exclusively and completely in English, given that there are students who might not understand English. And one more thing, when you're sharing, you're doing an amazing thing, because someone in need may get access to, you know, high quality free of cost content. That is one of the amazing things that you can do. Like, it's kind of, you know, you're giving back. So do share it and do subscribe to this video and like and share this video. Definitely do like and share this video, students, and keep sharing knowledge. Do not keep the knowledge just with you, and work hard and smart. Smart is also very important, and this new year you're going to work hard. Definitely avoid any gossips, keep smiling, and this is a very important part for your JEE preparation, students. And definitely do not forget to apply Murli Live code wherever, whenever necessary, be it you're purchasing Unacademy subscription or be it you are, you know, unlocking any feature. You can unlock many features for free of cost. And stay tuned, and we will be having gravitation lectures from Tuesday onwards. From what time? From 6 p.m. and your you know, like PYQ session, as usual we'll be discussing PYQ for next few months. Don't worry about it, so that you have a complete preparation, you know the techniques, because you anyway have access to lectures. Now you can attend PYQ and get complete preparation. And students, yes, and also this coming Monday, just after your Unacademy Combat, the next day we are going to have your PYQ session 2 on Unacademy Learning app. Right, this is on where your learning app, and this is going to be where, guys? This is going to be on YouTube. Okay, this is going to be on YouTube. So stay tuned, take care, stay safe, enjoy this new year, but have a new year plan and a new year resolution. Keep enjoying these lectures. They are all available for free of cost. Do not forget to share and like this video.